guarantee that it's going to be very effective. And
Swindle's
Chessie
applying a little pressure, but yeah, it's the mid lane where we got to keep our eyes out as Chessie has been caught out. Hadouken, #1, and Chessie dropping the early ice wall to try and retreat through this, but the Centaur just keeps on galloping and he gets off the stomp. Chessie out of mana, out of options. Oh, he's not even going to wait for it.
Moondrop.
Ben, he's just going to go. Limp's moving in, he wants resolution, Avalanche toss there to greet him, Sunstrike coming through, and with the Sunray as well, they'll get the kill. That's the Blink Gold, assuming he even gets it. I'm saying he's getting a Blink Dagger, but who knows? Saxa trying for the TP out, that's not going to work.
Like, once they take down their T1, there's so much area that they have to cover with wards that no one can really feel safe.
Limp going in on the tower and on the Sand King too, move. Gets sent packing, and now they turn on to Saxa with Hanskin unleashing the CM ultimate. Again, very light on the stunts here. They just don't have anything without Sand King as they chase onto Misery, looking to for Bambi. Can they find him? Avalanche will cool down soon. The toss as well. He's going to have a full combo in about 3 seconds. He just goes with the Avalanche. The Grave does come out. Limp, though, he slightly mistimed this one. He's miscalculated. Swindle's not able to get there in time with the mech to save him. The Phoenix Egg goes out. It looks like they may be able to bring down Weehaw, though. He retreats, and meanwhile going splat on the back lines. There's a nice Sunstrike from Chessie, lobbing in the Deafening Blast. He's going to try to clean this one up. Weehaw.
I think they're actually like taking paths to kind of avoid this.
This time they get top, though. And that means
they saw we at the rune.
We'll
so
get
the
jump here. Complexity moving in. They get a good Avalanche pause. There's the meatball we were looking for. Chessie finds the opening, but Misery just working on him. He stays up close, gets the Force Spirits on him, trying to limit the damage output of that Enchantress. Being controlled quite nicely by Chessie. This entire fight, Misery hardly able to right-click. He does manage to focus down the egg, but they've lost 2. They're likely to lose Misery as well. Chessie showed up that fight in a big way. 4 dead, make it 5. Complexity, clean house. They grab their gem as well. On their way to breaking the base. Please put HP, so he does survive. Doesn't take the fatal damage, and now it's up to the Sunray of Z-Freak to get out safely. Good hold so far by DC. You have to be careful not to overcommit, though, and end up getting punished. The egg now dropped. There's the Doppelganger back. Fighting nicely. They've fought about 40-50 seconds here. The Enchantress respawn, and still Complexity yet to get that next big kill. Just the Dazzle down. That's it. But now the Gyro falls. 90 seconds. That's a dieback on him. Moo gets incinerated. Make it 4 with none of them with buyback, and this could well be the game. Weehaw about to be 5th on the list. Limp, another toss, another club, and it ends kind of the way it started, with Limp just running over them.
Misery played extremely well this game, and less likely to die as well.
Oh, they find Moo top, though. They're going in with the Cold Snap. They do have a Sunstrike. There's the Fissure. Hansky with the rotation, and Complexity on the board first here.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing...
He might die again here on the bottom lane.
Resolution, hacking away. They get the Hex up again. There's the Rage, and he gets that down. Swindles. Oh, but meanwhile, Swindle's getting dove in the mid lane. Weehaw's going in for this. Finds the Lance. Uphill. Can the Illusion get the job done? It's not quite enough damage. He even Chronos and turns on Weehaw. He desperately wants this kill, but he's actually hitting an Illusion. Swindles. He can't get to the real Weehaw, who promptly kills him off. Full tilt mode. If it wasn't already activated, probably is now. It just feels like DC have just they're so much more maneuverable at this stage, as they are going to jump. It's down to the mid lane. They know there's no Chronosphere. There's really not an easy way for Complexity to disengage. They pop the mech. They try to survive here. Z-Freak with the self-false promise, but that leaves Limp potentially just to the Wolves, as the Ghoul will get onto him. That's 2 down. Swindle's arriving. Can he at least time walk? Kill off Moo potentially? Not going to risk it. Definitely a tanky one. Might need a little help here. Moo's also got the Force Staff available. And he Force Staffs him, but it's to the south, not over the tree line. A bit of an awkward miscue there as he tries to survive through this. He has managed to pop Infested into a creep, but ever so low HP. He's going to pop on the armlet, runs back in, dodging away from some of the Earthshaker damage, but he'll go down. The Phoenix Egg will turn this one. Can they kill it off in time? Lip surviving. What a beautiful false promise by Z-Freak to keep him in fighting shape. Quill after quill, raining down upon Digital Chaos. Complexity right back in the thick of it as Swindle's time walks out. They're salvaging this fight 3 for 3, but about to get Moo unless he can Force Staff away, which we'll try for, while they pursue Swindles. Could be the 4th kill. Nope, the time walk to the high ground there, and then up and away. But Weehaw chasing him. Bit too late. Gets met by a... And at the same time, so too is Moo. Saxa is going to really deter this push. Getting off the Sunray fully charged up, and now they nuke Limp down. Hansky goes in with the Fissure. They do have that Swindle's Blink that they're trying to reveal, and Moo just jumps directly on top of the entire enemy team. Now the last, so they found themselves the Z-Freak, and he is freakishly dead. Now the meatball, though, unwound. A beautiful combo coming out from Chessie. Isn't enough. Shaker dropping a Feudal Echo at the end there. Doesn't seem like it is Weehaw. Muscles down Swindles, forcing the TP out, and on the right side of the fight, they bring down Limp as well. 3 have fallen. Chessie, the lone survivor who hasn't TP'd away just yet, and quickly being chased out by Moo. Complexity, they really want to push this heavy to DD Rune up on Limp, but Weehaw does have the Diffusal Blade to try and turn this fight. They get a great chrono from Swindle, catching out to the meatball there over the top, layering over the fissure as well, but they haven't finished anyone off just yet. Echo Slave coming through, Saxa, he gets off the egg in the middle of Complexity. Somebody's got to kill that thing. Resolution, though, trying to prevent it. Swindle's just saying, hit the egg, damn it, hit the egg, but the wards get dropped. That's 4, suddenly 5, catastrophe for Complexity, and the instant GG gets called out. They are done with game 2.
They might not get that egg off. Then he got the egg off with.
That definitely won them the fight.
Yeah.
That was pretty big.
Oh, this could be trouble bottom lane, though. Centaur kind of running around here while they work on Moo. Can they finish him off? Just barely. Complexity. All right, let's see if Chessie gets punished here. Z-Freak hanging back. They're sweeping around from the rear. It's going to be Moo likely getting the jump to start this one off as Chessie is insta-rooted at the beginning of the fight, and then they're able to lock down Hanskin, keep him back, so the Oracle can't save the Alchemist. He barely gets off the False Promise, but is Al going to be able to regen up with DC constantly laying him into with damage, not able to even heal up an inch.
He can maybe burst down the line or the Phoenix. He was really close to killing Phoenix.
Oh, they're back into the pit. Moo trying to have a scout here. Could get caught on the way out as he will be brought very low, but the Savage Roar, oh, not enough to save him. They do manage to pop the Batrider. The Oracle has been a big hero in this qualifier, coming into play once again as Misery engaging. Has a Finger of Death available. He's going to pop it on Hanskin, but not in time to actually get the kill. Hanskin able to False Promise, and with the save from Swindles coming out, popping the pipe as well as the mech. They turn this fight around. Down a Batrider. Roshan at about half health. Complexity have Acid Spray. They have an Alchemist. They might be able to take this thing. And Chemical Rage coming online along with the coil back up. Sunray, though. Sunray says, hell no. They're roasting him in the pit. He's got to get out. Limp, though, does manage to find the Phoenix again. Denied that egg opportunity. Can they finish off Chessie ever so low? Savage Roar there, driving him back into a sleep. The Ice Path, he ends to the south instead. He's going to live. Somebody kill these Complexity heroes. They can't do it, and Chessie runs right back in, setting up Weehaw once more, but moves back into the fight. He's managed to pull Swindles into position. Swindles low. Swindles almost dead. Getting mauled by a bear, as well as cooked by a Jakiro. Down he goes. A 3-for-1 there. His smoke pops while he's on the rep, but he's like, yeah, that seems like a terrible way to start the fight. I'm just going to blink down, let someone else go at first. There's a good back wall there. Swindle's catching out 3, but is there follow-up to really get into this fight? Chessie revving up a stun, but he gets pushed back by Flame Break. He's going to stun himself. Now the bear starts to hit him. That's right when the Chemical Rage is going to end, and he just doesn't have the HP to survive that burst. So now the Oracle down as well. Complexity desperately scattering backwards with the puck orbing to the left. Z-Freak heading up, but it doesn't look like Z-Freak's going to be able to make it out. The Bane down again. Alchemist coming back, but Chemical Rage is about halfway done, so they might not have it for the absolutely critical moments of the siege as they rotate instead onto the bottom side of the map. DC kind of roaming from lane to lane. They leave Jakiro on mid. He's going to push that wave in. Back and forth they go. They're just kind of looking for the opening here to push in fully. Swindles does have the blink. Could look for that big coil combo, and now they have the opportunity to jump. The Chemical Rage online, but the Ice Path is going to prevent Chessie from getting a clean initiation off. Nobody wants to go just yet. That Veil Dagon, though, bringing the bear down very low. But again, they found Hanskin. Moo just seems to have a knack for scouting him out in these fights. The wall, the vacuum gets dropped, but the eggs over the top to force Complexity back. Chessie's got to turn tail and run. The Aegis still has a bit of time on it left. 2 minutes to go, so DC with an Oracle down, no buyback available. The tower now dropping. They're going to have to scramble the defense here for Complexity to hang on and avoid going down to match point in this best-of-5 showdown. Weehaw still up in front, still going to work with that Veil, and will bring down Chessie. He has to buy back 2. Z-Freak down as well. That's 4 heroes that make it 5, counting the buybacks. Alchemist back into it. They get a back concoction. It's on pretty much everyone, but do they have the follow-up to get kills? No, Chessie. If he goes down again, that's another dieback. Most likely the game he will drop as well. DC just running over Complexity. Trailing 1-2 in this best-of-5. Needing to win 2 in a row to come back. Here they go. Saxa manning up onto Limp, and they're going to go in with the Infernal Blade. Limp's just going to die here unless that Sunray is godly, and, well, it was pretty godly. Actually, might be enough to save him. Limp turning this one. Looks like he did the math a little bit better than DC, so Complexity, clean house in the bottom lane.
Do you want to go cross Wex with a Drow on your team? Well, before that.
Oh, Saxa diving for Headskin, but he may have overextended here. Swoop forward from the Phoenix. DC getting a little cocky, a little overzealous. Now Moo's diving for this one. Is he going to get the kill? No, he's not. I think MVP Sunray at this point, guys.
Slow down their game so don't push.
Oh, they probably have a black hole available here for Resolution. They do, and they're going to let it go now. EMP coming out. Tornado is ready, but he manages to infest inside a full HP creep. It's the one in front, though. That's going to put Resolution in harm's way. And he jukes into the trees. The Tornado is there, clipping him, bringing him very low. Another cold snap, and a kill again.
That was a good play by Swindle. Chessie.
Oh, Handskin. Again, endless action. The dives everywhere as DC going in on the bottom lane. Static Storm gets dropped, though. Handskin is going to find one kill, but it comes at the cost of 2 the other way. The support's just unable to do anything to punish tower dives on their own. Z-Freak, great positioning, though, in the trees. They got him, though. They had the ward on Z-Freak, and they should be able to find the kill. Yeah, they do. Tornado crashes through, but it's too late. So now it's all scatter, head for the hills. Angry Lifestealer on the chase. They are looking for the Drow Ranger. Has the Manta, gonna pop it right away. Misery, though, finds the real target. Chessie's got to bail him out. He's got an Aghanims now. He can do a lot of work in this, but Limp, he's being healed up by the Sunray. They've caged him with the wards. Misery gets the job done, and on the backside, Complexity desperately scrambling to try and save their Drow. Now find themselves running the other way with Moo chasing them down, running onto Handskin. The Crimson Guard got popped. Can they find more on the way out? They've isolated Z-Freak. He'll be next to fall. Again, that's going to be a dieback there on the Phoenix. Caw goes the bird, but Ocean Pit with a black hole online. They may want to contest Swindle, though. He's out quite far, and they're going to catch him. Ion Shell onto Swindles. He's got the mech available. He cannot afford to die right now. He's out of mana, though, so he can't even...
He
actually did cast the black hole, and yeah, well, he's done, though. So, backed out of the fight. DC going to commit forward a bit more now. Saksa going to work. The Tornado does catch out quite a few. Maybe Chessie can turn this one around, trying to bring the Doom low. EMP is going to pop him. Moo will go down as well. And then Ember forced to retreat.
If they get the Doom on Invoker, I think it can be a really good fight for them.
Going to be a little bit tricky as Lip just commits here. He doesn't actually have the Manta to get out of open wound, so they're able to focus him down. Then they get the Hex off onto Swindle, preventing him from assisting. Black Hole's cooling down real soon, though, and the Doom was onto Chessie. But Enigma trying his best to bodyguard him. His Moo is almost finished off here. Dropped very low. They're forcing back the rest of DC. Saksa barely surviving. One last auto tech from Limp will finish the job. Now the Doom's down. The hole's up. And Complexity are marching in. The Disruptor going to be rejoining the fight here momentarily. He bought back. TP straight on mid. They go into Resolution. He's tanky, but he ain't that tanky. The hole says no. They slam the door on him. He'll buy back now. Was that enough of a black hole with the buyback maybe to counterplay? The Static Storm dropped on Resolution. Could be a dieback for him. The vacuum, though, by Moo. Trying to hold the line. Resolution ever so low, but isn't finished off yet. Good Glimmer Cape by Misery to save him. Tornado off the mark. And then Weehaw diving deep. He really wants this Drow Ranger, but the Sunray just keeps on saving lives. And Resolution narrowly failing on, failing. They fail to get the dieback on him, but he does end up barely surviving, going back to the well.
Good spot, too.
Doom in an awkward position. He gets the Doom off on Handskin. Not a terrible target, but not ideal either. But Misery, he blinks into the trees, drops the wards on top of the wall, and now has to walk all the way around before Lifestealer can pop out. They do manage to get onto the Drow, focusing her down, and they almost get the Drow kill with that evasion! Oh, almost enough, not quite. Now, Enigma in trouble. Swindle's going to get caught out as well. And Swindles, he turns, he drops the FU hole directly on top of Weehaw, kills him up too. They both die, mutually assured destruction here. And Z-Freak now turned down to Resolution, but Lifestealer, he'll have none of that. He pops the rage. He starts smacking heroes. While Chessie, he deals with the backliners. 4 dead, about to be 5 unless Resolution can put on some sick jukes. He'll invest, he'll pop back out, but Invoker has the move speed to keep on chasing around the trees and to the ends of the earth, basically. There's a TP, armlet toggle, go for it, and he barely gets out. Just A-click the enemy base. This is like some death ball Dota here, and it's working out. Resolution with the infest, but not enough to get a kill, and Swindles just 4-steps himself into the middle of 4 enemy heroes, begging them to cast the spell at him. There's the bag, the wall as well, but the egg gets dropped over the top of it. Chessie on a monster kill. No one hitting that damn egg this entire time. It's going off. It connects on 3, and Complexity, they can smell it. They can taste it. They want that game 5. They want to try to have another crack at DC and take this series, and Resolution is going to really have to pull out all the stops to turn this one around. But Chessie's there again and again, dropping combos, forcing heroes back, killing off Saksa, the lowest farmed hero in the game at 38 minutes. It's a 4K net worth. Doom has just not had the impact they hoped for. And there's the GG call. This game, it really felt like it was DC's to take. Taking the wheels off a Drow strap, but then letting Complexity back in with 4 towers and a Roshan virtually uncontested. Moo could be in trouble here. The Courier's also coming in. Might be able to snipe that as well. There's the Battle Hunger and the roll. Oh, a nice dodge by Moo.
How did he see that coming?
But the Boulder Smash still going to connect. If he gets a decent call off, he might kill him anyway. Where are those spins? Swindle wants him. Not quite going to find enough as the Glimpse back comes from Hanskin. Moo, though, may get the first blood here. Hanskin so low, the Sunstrike. Mo, not enough. He's at 20 health. Swindles, another battle hunger, living by a prayer. Hanskin will survive. And the first blood that seems slated. Lane into Swindles, but with the Vanguard and the call, he is tanky against physical damage. Death Prophet ult is online. The cogs are there, kind of blocking him back. Limp, does he want to use it? He's thinking about it. There's the Spirit Siphon. Exorcism not getting popped.
Yeah.
Should be the deciding factor for them getting this rush.
And they even have the Lion of Misery in position, ready to tank any sort of smoke gank, and he may go down here. He whips the stun, then the Yule setup comes through. The call will be there. Silence as well. Are they going to kill him? Yes, they are. Off with your heads. But now the hook and the re-engage. Sunray coming through, but Moo, he's caught himself in a bad position here, and he will likely end up going down on the backside. Resolution did snipe the Radiant Courier with that DD run. It just took one shot.
They just saw Limp mid. They might actually take this fight over here because he was too late.
Swindles. They do catch him out, but he has the 4-step to do with the cogs, so they got to burst him fully, and oh boy, they will. Those cogs, well placed, as they're going to push Z-Freak back away towards the enemy team, rather, away from his own, and he may end up going down here. Gets the silence up on Asaxa, rolls past him to safety, but Misery there to greet him. Oh, this all comes down to the timing. Who gets the jump? Z-Freak in a bad position, but the call comes in from Swindles. It's going to drag Moo away. They hex up Z-Freak, and Resolution goes to work on Chess. He hasn't finished off that NP yet, and Soxka, meanwhile, pulled back. He dives, and he's right back in the Static Storm. He needs to get off the egg. He barely manages to in the middle of 3-4 heroes. No one hitting the egg during this time. Moo now very low, hit by a boulder smash, still being magnetized. Dropping more and more boulders. Moo will go down. The Death Prophet incredibly low, but does barely survive. Resolution, though, running freely through the backline, unsure of themselves at this point. But here we go. Weehaw throwing out the Tornado. It is also going to manage to catch a secondary target on the backlines. The Icefall connects on Swindles. He leaves Handskin for his team, and he goes for the double. Will they get it? Well, they will certainly get Handskin. And they chase for more. Resolution going to work, but Swindles got off the blade mail. He gets off the call, the roll forward. Resolution, BK being at the final hour. There's the hook from Moo. It's going to save the day. They definitely should have had the clinks, but Moo salvages the fight. And on the south side, they even managed to snipe out the X, the gem down.
See how many people go on Disruptor and go in.
Oh, we are just styling now. He's got the farm he needs to get the job done, and he's on to Handskin down as well. 3 dead. They don't have respawns. The buyback is up.
Yo, middle.
Could be the final smoke, or could be the start of a comeback. What's it going to be? Swindles. He does get the blade call. It's on Weehaw with a Static Storm, but he gets pushed out of the cage. Glimpsed back in. They got to finish him. No, Limp. Finger down. Misery to the rescue, and Weehaw skates away. Will the Magnetize finish him? It really doesn't matter. DC wrecking the backlines. Running onto Chessie. It's about to be a full wipeout unless he TPs. He will. But with an Exorcism now committed and a Death Prophet dead, there's the GG. Digital Chaos are your Summit 5 America champions, and they will be coming here to Los Angeles. Not much of a trip from Arizona, I gotta say, but a well-earned one. They kicked ass this series.
They did. I just want to say, watching like, we've had so many turns in North America, and they've all been great like this. All, like, Game 5s, Complexity, DC, Shazam, but this series